a space creature. Excuse my cough. So, in this new trend of NBA players coming out and saying the Earth is flat, yo, Shaquille O'Neal has now come out and said that the Earth is flat.
What did you make of the Kyrie stuff?
I don't. It's true.
What?
The Earth is flat.
Shaq, what are you talking about?
The Earth is flat.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's
yes,
not.
Yes, it is.
No,
listen.
It's not.
There's 3 ways to manipulate the mind: what you read, what you see, and what you hear.
Okay. Conspiracies.
In school, first thing they teach us is, oh, Columbus discovered America. But when he got there, it was some fair-skinned people with the long hair smoking out of peace pipes. So what does that tell you? Columbus didn't discover America.
He found where some other people already lived.
I drive from coast to coast, and this is flat to me. I'm just saying.
Okay, that's the dumbest thing you've ever said.
I drive from Florida.
It's the dumbest thing you've ever said.
I drive from Florida to California all the time, and it's 92. Flat to me.
And, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but is that flat or is that round? Look at it. It looks pretty flat to me, bro. Now, I'm not going to go ahead and place faith in other people's experiments and satellite photos and make the leap of faith and say the Earth is round without direct experience of it. I'm half kidding. No, it's interesting. Is Shaquille O'Neal trolling? He might be. He wouldn't be the first one, apparently, because there is another NBA player, another black dude, who has come out and says he thinks the Earth is round. I mean, the Earth is flat. Is the Earth round or flat? Well, that's the thing. If I were to say the Earth is round, I would be making a leap of faith. I would be making a conclusion on the basis of faith. Not science, not empiricism, not direct observation in the scientific method. Because I have not gotten into a hot air balloon, gone really, really, really high, and observed the curvature for myself. I have not conducted interesting trigonometry experiments using shadows cast by poles to determine whether or not we live on a fucking sphere. I have not gotten onto a space shuttle and flown to the moon and looked back to see that the Earth was indeed a spherical orb. I've not done any of these things, so for me to vehemently conclude that the Earth is round would be to passionately believe something without direct evidence and experience, which is not very pro-science. If you're a true skeptic, if you truly subscribe to Skeptic Magazine, okay, you do not take things on the basis of faith. And I know that might sound stupid, but what does that mean then? That, you can't trust, experiments on the physics of whether or not a roller coaster can operate functionally because you've not conducted it yourself? Technically, as a principle of skepticism, if you've not directly experienced and experimented on it and conducted it for yourself, technically there's always a possibility you were lied to, or that the experiment you're saying is real has a certain flaw. This is just about true skepticism. Now, people might say that this isn't very useful or functional. What's the point of being so extremely skeptical on something like whether or not the Earth is flat? Some could argue that it is pretty pointless. I think it's just an interesting question. It's fun. It's fun to debate whether or not the Earth is round or flat. You learn things. I've learned so much about whether, the proof that the Earth is globes, all the proof that I wasn't paying attention to, in class, in school. I'm learning it now, and it's very interesting and enlightening. So, I find it interesting that people who try to bash anybody who dares question whether or not the Earth is a globe, there's so much anger and hostility to anybody who questions it. It's like, why would you get angry? If science is true and science is reliable, it'll just obliterate the flat Earth theory in a half a second. But it's almost like some of these globe people are very insecure, and they don't want any, how dare you, you're not supposed to question that. Don't ever question whether, just let the scientific method, work it out. And just further prove again how great science is. So, as a true skeptic, I always leave a 1% possibility that something may not be true in the back of my mind. Doesn't mean that I think the earth is flat. It just means that I'm always open to varying possibilities like a true skeptic.
That's not very traditional, and I think that a man should really pay for the first date.
Fuck that. We're splitting the bill. Fight back against YouTube censorship by supporting me on Patreon. You'll also get access to exclusive, never-before-seen videos and other perks like monthly Google Hangouts with me, free books and t-shirts, and more.